Today is all about asparagus. Asparagus is one of my favorite things to grow in the garden. First reason is the taste. If you've had asparagus picked right from the garden and tasted it, it doesn't taste anything like what you get at the store. So when people come to my garden, if I have asparagus growing, I'm always let them try it, and it's fun to see the reaction of people who have tried fresh picked asparagus for the first time. So for no other reason, add asparagus to your garden for that reason. The taste is phenomenal. The second reason I love growing asparagus is it's a perennial. So a perennial plant means that you plant it once and it comes back year after year. And so that's how easy is that, right? That's as easy as it gets in gardening. So you really just have to pay attention to asparagus a few different times during the year. And right now is one of those times. And so I'm gonna kind of walk you through some of the steps. So let's talk about how asparagus grows. Got these little asparagus seedlings. So I planted some asparagus seeds a couple weeks ago, and you can see they've sprouted, and see how thin these stalks are, right? Doesn't look like the kind of asparagus that you're ready to eat. So each year that asparagus grows, the circumference gets wider and wider. So you're not going to harvest asparagus until these are just a couple weeks old. But you're not going to harvest asparagus until it's a couple of years old. Each year, they're going to get thicker and thicker. So when it's about the size of a pencil is when you're going to be harvesting and eating asparagus. For about a month out of the year, you'll harvest and eat asparagus. The rest of the year, you'll kind of let these fronds, you can see here, these have been growing since the end of harvest last year. So you just kind of let them go and do their thing. There is water going to these beds, and I just kind of let them do their thing. After the first of the year here in Arizona, when the temperatures dip down, these go dormant. You can see they've gone yellow. All of that good energy all summer long, that photosynthesis is going on, sending energy back into those asparagus roots so that they're ready to give us a new crop. So what we need to do now with this asparagus is we're going to cut it back. So you get your little pruners here, and you're going to cut back this asparagus. You're going to cut it. I'll get a few of these off so you can see. So you can see these stalks have grown and just gone out, and you can see how much thicker these are getting. So these would be some of the ones that we harvested last year, and when they came back up, obviously after harvest time, we let them grow. So now's the time of year, if you've got asparagus growing and it looks like this is the time of year you want to cut all of those fronds back down, and then you're going to top the whole bed, once you cut it back, with a nice thick layer of compost. And then you're going to keep an eye on it, and in the spring, just a few weeks here, maybe a month or so, you're going to see those asparagus poking up through the ground. And if they're little like this, you want to wait. We're not going to harvest those yet. But if they're about the size of a pencil, that's when you start harvesting them. So harvest those for about a month. Delicious, so good. The rest of the year, let it grow, and then the cycle just keeps repeating. It's great. Asparagus, if you've got, this is a 4x4 bed here in my garden. I've had this here, I think, for 10 years. I've had this asparagus bed here. And so every year or two I will add, like this year I'm going to add these seedlings into it, kind of replenish some of the stalks. But January is also a great time to plant asparagus in the low desert of Arizona. So hopefully I've answered some of your questions about growing asparagus. If you still have some questions, ask them in the comments. I'll hop on and answer the questions that we didn't get to with this, but hopefully you can add some asparagus to your garden. You won't be sorry.